Hey there. I get this request really often from my friends, and also at my, day job, that could you please quickly put together a design PDF for me, involving, imagery, text, some copy, some call to action stuff. And so recently, I again got one of these emails, and I decided, okay, I'm going to put together this quick video of how anyone with zero design experience can do this themselves really quickly with Canva.com. Um, so without further ado, let me jump to it. I'm going to do a little screen recording for you, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Okay, so let's get started. Go to canva.com and log into your account. If you don't have one, you got to create one. After that, this is your landing view. It's very simple UI. What would you like to design? Type here. So my friend wants me to do a size A4, similar to US letter size document that he can send with an email and so forth. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start typing here, document A4. As you can see here, if you're in the United States, you can do US letter. We're in Europe, so I'm going to do A4. I will click on this. And what I actually did, or what I've already done, just to be sure, I went ahead and I created the document already. So this is what it looks like. We have some headline copy there, we have some body copy, and some call to action and kind of contact information. Let me show you the process from the beginning. How do you do this? So you have an empty document. Here on the left side of the screen, you have document templates. Since we started with requesting A4 document, these are already all A4 sized, documentation templates. So it says here on each thumbnail if it's free or paid. And I gotta say, I always use the free ones. I haven't had to pay for these templates yet. I'm sure they have amazing paid ones too, but I've only used the free ones. And if you hover over the word free, you can see how many different layouts you have in that template. I've also written a blog post about how to evaluate these Canva templates. So what do you need to think about when you're choosing a template so that you'll pick an appropriate one a little bit, so that it'll be a little easier for you to create that document. So what you're gonna have to start doing is you're just gonna like hover over these ones and see like, okay, which one I like. I always say like, we already know that he wants me to include a photography here. So I'm gonna have to pick one that has photography in it. If I pick a one that doesn't have any spot for photography, I'm gonna have to create that photo area myself, which would be an extra sort of step that I would need to do. And I want this to be as quick as easy as possible. So I've done my pre-work. I went through bunch of these, and I picked one that I like. And the one that I ended up choosing had 4. Let me see if I can find the same one real quick here. Okay, so the one that I picked was actually this one. So you click on the template, and then you get both of the thumbnails, or you get thumbnails of both of the layouts in it. So to choose which one you want to use first. So actually, you can, with this one template, you get multiple layouts, and you could create multi-page document just by combining these two layouts, and that would be perfect. But I know he wants a single page document, one pager, so I'm going to be using this one. It has 4 images, perfect. So I got some background image there. There's some room for copy. I know he's going to want more copy than that. So I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit, but let's just start with this one. This is kind of a weird thing that happens sometimes. You choose the layout and it scales the imagery down, but you can double click to that area and just get access to the photos and quickly make them the right size. So I'm double clicking on the image to be able to resize them. If you want, you can also, these images are grouped together, so I can kind of scale them down together. When you first load one of these templates in Canva, you will notice that some of these elements are grouped together. So you're going to want to ungroup them to be able to edit them individually. So here I just ungrouped it so now I can access the, this box in the background, the title copy here, the subtitle, and here I would just copy paste and add, my text. What ended up happening, as you can see here, is that he has a lot more copy than the example one. So what I had to do was size down the text to make sure it fits. I wanted to make sure that there's like some primary copy, I added the headlines here, all that stuff. And we discussed the photography before. What kind of imagery does he want? And he wanted these sports kind of sports related imagery, but not specific, nothing recognizable other than the sport itself. So I'm going to quickly show you how to add that, add those images there. So first, you will go to Elements. You will choose the image, or there's multiple ways to do it. One way would be that I click on this image and I delete. So I do backspace when that image is selected, and you can see it leaves this kind of illustrated background image there, which is Canva's basic way of saying, hey, drag and drop image here. So let's see, what did I start with? Okay, a swimmer. So you type in the search box swimmer and hit enter, and we'll see what comes up. Okay, so there's multiple different kinds of, swimming related stuff that's coming up. I already know I just want to use a photo. So I'm gonna go to the photo tab. Here you see all the swimming related imagery. You get it. You see like which ones are free. Some are paid. If I would say, I'm gonna say I only want to see the free stuff. I don't want to pay anything. Check out here, apply a search filter. You click on that. Apply filter. Oops, sorry, I put any price. So actually, apply a search filter, any price, free. You select the free one. Apply filter. Now it's only going to show the free stuff, so I won't get anything paid. So this is the image that I chose. I will have to drag and drop it on top of that square. So there. So let me repeat that process. Let's see, what was the top? Here I have a hockey player. Okay, ice hockey related image. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select the watermelons, backspace them out, and then I'm going to type here, ice hockey. There we go. And I get a bunch of imagery. So this is one of the really cool things about Canva. There's free imagery that we can use. So again, I'm going to take this, went to the wrong square. I'm going to grab onto the ice hockey player and drag and drop it over there. Now let's say that I'd wanted to somehow focus more on the ice hockey dude. So I'm just going to double click on the image, and then I'm going to grab from the corner, and I can make it, larger like that. So then you can move it around. I want his face to be seen here or something, there we go. I did it. So, and for the text, you can obviously just click on the text and start typing. Or you can copy paste from, any document that you have. It'll preserve the Canva style. There you go. If you need to make, as we look at here, I needed to put a lot of content there, and I needed to make it, smaller than what it was. So what you can do is you select the text, and here you get, you select the text. Excuse me, and here you get all the, different text sizes. I can make it smaller, 12, for instance, like that. If I want to make it bigger, there we go. If I wanted to change the letter spacing, make the space between the letters larger or smaller, I can do it from there. Line height, the space between individual lines of text, you can do it from here. Anchored text box means, and here you see it's anchored in the middle. If I add more text, it will expand up and down the same amount because it's centered. If I can change it to go from top down. So now if I add more text, it'll always expand towards the bottom of the page. Okay, so we're going to jump ahead a little bit, skip ahead. So now you've added your imagery, your background images, you've added all the text, and you're saying, okay, now I'm ready. I need my PDF so I can email it. What you're going to do is hit this download button here. If you choose PDF print, it's going to be high quality. If you have multiple pages, it'll automatically make it multi-page. This is going to be high quality print. So it's also going to be large file size. So really kind of think about if you're going to be putting this up on a website, if you're going to sending this with email, the large size might actually make it load slowly or make it too large file size for email attachment. So definitely think about that. You can still get it the large size PDF and then just resize it with, reduce the file size with Acrobat Reader or something. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually see what happens if I do PDF standard. So download. Okay, it looks like you're going to, oh, well, order prints here too if you want. Done. Okay, so let's take a look at this in Adobe Reader here. And actually, even on my Retina screen, the imagery looks good. It wouldn't be large enough file size for having a bunch of these printed, for instance, at a print shop or something. But for sending it with email, it looks pretty good to me. Okay, so if you like this video and you want to get more stuff like this, you can definitely go to dailycreative.io and join my email newsletter, and I will send more stuff like this directly to your inbox. If you have more questions or ideas what you want to learn, just shoot a comment under this video. Definitely, if you like this content and you want more something like this, like a video, leave a comment, a little thumbs up or something. I totally appreciate that. Thanks, and see you next time.